What's up everybody, Nick Brengle here, and I have been absent for a few weeks. I've been busy working on a particular project, a handful of short films, and I'm here to talk about that today and share sort of the beginning to the end process of how it came to be, the production, and all of that good stuff. And also here to promote the Atlantic Live Festival, which starts tomorrow. It's free, you can register. There'll be a link down below in the description. So we're gonna start off with a little promo video that I made for this particular project, and then we'll get into it. So yeah.
I am an artist, but I'm also a composer. So it's like with me, I will take things from various places and then compose them to create something. It's almost like a DJ creating a DJ set.
Connection and community have become pretty important themes in my work, and I think it's partly because I have created spaces that have allowed for community to be welcomed into that space.
I always looked at everything as if somebody is trying so hard not to stop just one person, but an entire group, an entire community, an entire ethnic group from learning, it has to be something behind that.
I don't think of this as my work solely. You know, this is a product of our collective imagination and collective dreaming. And I just see my role as a facilitator, someone who is just inviting others and kind of instigating that, hey, your here matters in the larger here.
If racism ended tomorrow, who would I be? If sexism ended tomorrow, who would I be? If classism ended tomorrow, who would I be? And so I'm painting those stories of who we are and who we will be.
For some of you that have been around the channel for a while, you have seen the name Rose Jaffe a few times. I did a visual narrative with her. I also shot many different videos, from workshops to murals, little mini docs to share stories here in Washington, D.C. and just help promote social justice, women's rights, human rights, anything like that. And so Rose is amazing. I've worked with her many times, and she somehow got my name into the mix of shooting these little short artist vignettes, basically visual narratives that I'm already kind of producing here and there, but for the Atlantic, which, if you don't know the Atlantic, it's been around for a long time. It's based in DC, it's a magazine publication. It's also online, of course, as everything is. The Atlantic's been around a long time. It's sort of a, you know, I feel like a high intellect newspaper, basically. They get these really detailed articles, anything from health and education to politics and arts and entertainment. But anyway, that's what it is. The festival, I believe it's like 12, 13 years running now, something like that. And it's virtual this year, as it was last year due to the pandemic, but it invites all kinds of speakers, from Bill Gates to Hillary Clinton to, gosh, who else? Jeff Daniels, David Chase, the creator of The Sopranos. And in my little corner of the production that I was a part of is a panel of 5 different artists, 4 based here in Washington, D.C., 1 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I basically was hired to create these 3 to 5 minute little short films to kind of help guide you know, the viewers of the festival on who these artists are as they go into this panel talking about you know, all types of different topics and what their art is and what it means. And so I was asked to go to these 5 different studios slash homes of these artists and you know, put together these little pieces. And so I already kind of had a framework from shooting the visual narrative and sort of this run and gun style. And that's what I wanted to bring to this project. And there was not a lot of red tape. You know, there was a handful of conversations on the project and the goal and what they wanted to communicate. But other than that, it was really left up to me to decide the creative look and how I wanted to go about shooting it. I chose to shoot everything single cam, on the fly cam, and handheld. There's a few shots in the series of films that were on sticks, capturing some of the artwork and things like that, but 99% of it is handheld on the fly cam, and I used the Sigma 18-35 throughout the production, along with the H&Y mist Revo ring over top. Some occasional ND, there's some outside shots and things like that. Another huge decision that I made was to shoot everything with natural and practical light. So whatever available source was there, that's what I went with. And that was just to keep down on time. When you're working with artists, they have a lot going on, their schedules can be erratic, and so keeping it as simple as possible and stripped down and just sort of free. And that kind of fits, you know, my style, and I think it also creates kind of a look and feel for the series of films that are about artists. And watching these, I hope that it communicates that the person also making it was trying to create a piece of art with each piece that felt connected to that, you know, to that individual. For audio, also kept it super simple. The audio that we're recording now, me talking, is with the Wireless Go from Rode, and I'm using the Rode Lav connected to it, and that's what I used for all of the audio. I just laved up, you know, put a lapel on everybody, and that just, again, made it easy. Didn't have a lot of overhanging lights and a boom pole, anything like that. It was just me, Rose doing the interviews with each artist, and me and the camera. So just 3 people, and keeping it really simple and also safe due to, you know, the pandemic. When it came to the color and how I was going to shoot this particular set of films, I went nowhere else but to Joel Famillaro's Phantom Lutz, as usual. So that is what you're seeing when you watch all these films and pretty much all of my videos. But I used the neutral LUT from Joel's Phantom pack, and then added some grain and some tonal contrast in Dehancer. So I didn't really do anything crazy. I just tried to get it right in camera, and I shot in B-RAW 12:1. So maybe I adjusted some ISO and a little bit of exposure in post. But yeah, that's, you know, really what I did as far as color, and I tried to stay as streamlined as I could between each, and I think I accomplished that probably because I, again, did shoot with, you know, whatever available light source was there, and so kind of created this really natural look and feel that I was going for. Okay, so now I'm going to show you one of those films. It is with the artist Charles Philippe Jean-Pierre, who's based right here in Washington, D.C. His studio was beautiful. He is just an amazing guy, and really there was so much more that could not be used in his film because we had to, you know, time-wise keep it down. But just incredible conversation, really good insight. So watch that now, and then we'll come back.
I started making art as early as 5, 6, 7 years old in there to connect with my roots, actually. My mom would be like, what do you know about these palm trees and things of that sort? But my mom was an art collector, and I grew up with art in the house, and I was more fascinated with the Haitian art on my walls than I was with cartoons. And I fell in love with it. I didn't think it would be a career early on. My mom put me in piano lessons just to keep me disciplined, like as a healthy practice. And my piano teacher's husband was an artist, and I grew up Catholic, and he was running an after-school art program. And I was too young to be in it, but they snuck me in because I went to the church. And I've been practicing since I was 8 years old. By the time I was in high school, I started mentoring and teaching at that same program. I'm Charles Jean-Pierre, visual artist and educator from Chicago, Illinois, based in Washington, D.C. One thing that stands out most about me is my Haitian heritage. It's an integral part of my practice. It's something that I use as a foundation and a base to inspire all the rest of the work that I create. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, or just south of the south side of Chicago, actually. My mom would send me away for the summer. She's like, I don't want you hanging around this stuff. So I didn't know at the time. I just thought I was going to visit family, but she was like, yo, she probably doesn't want it on the video, but like, she was like, I used my last dime. Like, I had enough gas money to get to Montreal, or I had enough gas money to get to Brooklyn. But it was in Brooklyn in summer '88, summer '96, summer '99, like really engaging and participating in the Caribbean community that's there. Montreal also has like a vibrant Caribbean community. And so I didn't spend as much time as I would have liked to or loved to in the Caribbean as a kid. I still found myself inside of communities, niche communities that really allowed me to grow and blossom. And when you think about the Caribbean community in like Miami and Brooklyn, they have a characteristic, a lifestyle, and a presence of their own. And for me, it's been important to be grounded in who I am and not try to be something more or something less. Early on, I thought my work was about Black people. And then I expanded my view and thought it was about people. And now I'm at the point that I'm realizing that my work is about spirits and beings that are from the universe. It's understood if someone is amazing or special, we call them a star, right? And when someone's born or some parents meet, we say the stars aligned, right? So everyone has a birth date, and on their birth date, they have a literal galaxy symbol, like Gemini, Scorpio, Aries. And so I'm exploring celestial bodies now. And how does my life and my existence relate to the universe, as opposed to how does my life and my existence relate to oppression or caste or racism? I think there's concepts that will help us understand ourselves so much more, because a lot of times the physical constructs that are weighing on us, once they're put away, what do you have left? What do you have left? If racism ended tomorrow, who would I be? If sexism ended tomorrow, who would I be? If classism ended tomorrow, who would I be? And so I'm painting those stories of who we are and who we will be.
So all of the films are available right now on the Atlantic Live YouTube channel. The link is down below. You can watch all 5 of them. And they will also be included throughout the virtual festival event if you are attending. I believe they'll be playing in between speakers and things like that each day. But you can watch all the other artists. They're all incredible. A huge, huge shout out and thank you again to Rose Jaffe, to the people at the Atlantic, to Colin, who obviously saw my work and was appreciative of how I conduct and put together a piece. And so it was awesome. It was really awesome to work for a huge company, a well-known name, and be able to actually do and create art as an artist, as a filmmaker, and not as somebody with a camera. And so I was super excited to be able to make these with little to no direction or being told what to do and how to shoot things and how to light it. Nothing. I was given the keys and was able to go out and shoot. So that's a huge props to the Atlantic. You don't get that with every project. It's pretty rare, but this is why we do what we do, so that these kind of projects hopefully start to come along, and it really pumps us up and gets us going to shoot more things. Like right now, I'm talking about this project. I just finished it. I've been editing like crazy and shooting for the last few weeks. And so, yeah. So, that is all. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Again, you can go register for the festival. It's free. It starts tomorrow, September 22nd. Go register, go watch the other films, and like this video, hit the like button. If you just stumbled upon this channel, go watch some of my other videos, consider subscribing. And yeah, if you have any other questions, you know where to go down below. If not, go create something, and I will see you soon.